everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to make this 8-pointed star Lovey blanket. Okay, so you can make it as big as you like. You can make it into a baby blanket. I'll leave a link in the description for all of my Loveys, and I'll leave a link for my shop where you can find the written pattern as well for the blanket. Okay, you can make it in 2 different colors or just the one color. So all you need is some cotton yarn, a 3.5mm hook, some scissors, and a yarn needle. Okay, to start, I'm going to make a slip knot. And then I'm going to chain 4. Then I'm going to go back into the first chain that I made and make a slip stitch. So this makes a little ring. Okay, next I'm going to chain 4 again. And then I'm going to make a double crochet in the center of that chain 4 ring. So yarn over, go into the center, yarn over and pull through. So I have 3 loops on my hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the last 2. Okay, so this chain 4 counts as a double crochet and a chain 1. So we need 8 posts. So there's 2 there. Chain 1. Okay, so make a double crochet. Chain 1. Okay, double crochet into the center and a chain 1 afterwards. So now you have 4 posts. So just 4 to go. Make sure you remember to do the chain 1 after each double crochet. Okay, and you want to finish with a chain 1 and then slip stitch to the 3rd chain in the starting chain 4. Okay, so it looks like a little wagon wheel with 8 double crochets. Okay, in the next row we're going to slip stitch into this chain 1 space. Then we're going to chain 3. And this chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Next we're going to go back into the same chain 1 space and make 1 double crochet. Okay, so you've got 2 in the same space. Next I want to chain 2 and then make 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. Okay, so we're going to do that all the way back to the start. So 2 double crochets in the chain 1 space, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, chain 2, okay, 2 double crochets, chain 2, two double crochets, chain 2, 2 in the next one, chain 2. Okay, and you want to finish this row off with a chain 2 and then slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3 that you made. Okay, so now you just have a slightly bigger pinwheel. Okay, for the next row we're going to slip stitch into the top of this double crochet, and then we're going to slip stitch into the chain 2 space, chain 3. Okay, so that's your first double crochet. Go back into the same chain 2 space, make 1 double crochet, okay, chain 2, and then go back into the same chain 2 space and make 2 more double crochets. Okay, so this is called a shell, so it's 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and we're going to do that in each chain 2 space back to the start. Okay, 2 double crochets in the next space, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the same chain 2 space. Okay, so now you have 2 shells, 2 double crochets in the next space, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the same chain 2 space. Okay, so once you've finished your last shell, this is how it should look. And you just want to slip stitch to the top of that first chain 3. Okay. For the next row, slip stitch to the next stitch, which is the top of this double crochet. And chain 3. So that counts as your first double crochet. Then make a shell in this chain 2 space, which is 2 double crochets. Chain 2, 2 double crochets. Okay, next you want to make 1 double crochet in this next stitch, so in the top of this double crochet. Okay, so now you have 3 posts on either side of your chain 2. So next you want to skip over these 2 stitches and you want to make a double crochet in the top of the third one. Okay, so skip this one and this one and double crochet in the third one. Okay, now you make a shell in the chain 2 space, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and then 1 double crochet in the top of this next stitch. Okay, so all we're doing is increasing the pattern from 2 posts on each side of the chain 2 space, and now we have 3 on each side. So skip over the next 2 and make a double crochet in the third one, make a shell in your chain 2 space, and then a double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so I'm just going to continue to do that pattern until I get back to the start. So skip 2, 1 double crochet in the third stitch, 1 shell in the chain 2 space, which is 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, skip these 2, double crochet into the third stitch, make a shell into the chain 2 space, double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, if you find that it's not adding up, sometimes it's hard to see this stitch next to the shell. Okay, so it's not this one here, it's this hidden one right next to the shell. Right, and there. Okay, so this is my last shell. And my last double crochet. Okay, so there's 2 stitches from the beginning to the end. There's 2 stitches in between. You just skip those and slip stitch to the top of that chain 3. Okay. Okay, so the start of every row is the same. So you slip stitch to the next stitch and chain 3. Okay, and that always counts as a double crochet. So for the next row we're going to double crochet into the next stitch, then make a shell in the chain 2 space, and then we're going to double crochet 1 in the next 2 stitches. So 1 in here, and 1 in the next stitch. Okay, so for every row we're just increasing a double crochet on each side. So this row was 2, and this row was 3 double crochets, and now we're up to 4. So skip the next 2 stitches and then make 2 double crochets, okay, so we skip those 2 double crochets, then make your shell in the chain 2 space, and then make 2 double crochets, skip 2 stitches, and then do the same pattern. So skip 2 stitches, 2 double crochets, make the shell in the chain 2 space, and 2 double crochets. Okay, so again it's skip 2 stitches, double crochet 2, make the shell in the chain 2 space, and double crochet 2. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that until I get back to here. Okay, so every time you end the row, you'll skip these 2 and you'll just slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. Okay, so I'll show you the next row. So we're going to be increasing. So instead of 4, the next row will be 5 on each side. So slip stitch to the next stitch. Chain 3. 2 double crochets. Make the shell in the chain 2 space. Then 3 double crochets. Okay, so there's 5 on each side now. Skip 2. Double crochet 3. Make the shell in the chain 2 space. Double crochet 3. Skip 2. Double crochet 3. Make the shell. double crochet 3. Okay, so you can see it's increasing, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'll finish this row and then I'll show you the next row. Okay, so at the end of that row, skip 2, slip stitch to the top of the chain 3, and then start the next row by slip stitch to the next stitch, chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, double crochet 3, so you'll have 4 including that chain 3. Make the shell in the chain 2 space, double crochet 4, skip 2, double crochet 4, make the shell in the chain 2 space, double crochet 4, okay, so you just want to keep repeating that pattern all the way around, and then for the next row you slip stitch to the top of the chain 3, slip stitch to the next stitch, chain 3, and then you want to double crochet 4, okay, so you just want to keep repeating the pattern around and increase on each row. Okay, and you can make it as big as you like. You can make it into a baby blanket if you like. For my lovies, I just do it so there's 10 double crochets in a row, including the shell. Okay, and you don't have to do it all one color. Okay, I hope this helps. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.